fellas, we can be that mistake. Let's do this. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
We're Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
Part of our halfway to St. Patty's week. First, we did the don'ts of visiting Ireland.
And then we did the don'ts of visiting here.
Oh, yeah, for our America week. We did that.
Yep.
And now we're doing the things that will shock you about Ireland. Let's see what our buddy Mark Walter has to say about it.
Let's see if it will shock us.
Yeah. How shocked are we going to be?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in the Emerald Isle of Ireland. That's actually Blarney Castle behind me, where you go kiss the Blarney Stone. And today, what we have for you are the 10 things that shock tourists when they come here to Ireland. And honestly, this is a shockingly beautiful place with great people, but we'll get to that in the list, because the first thing you're going to be shocked about when you come here is when you walk down the street and you hear people talk, or when they're having a pint or something like that, how much the Irish cuss. I mean, it's like everyone is born with a sailor's mouth, because people just cuss like crazy. I mean, I'm no saint when it comes to cussing, but wow, here, it doesn't matter if you're young, old, upper class, middle class, whatever, cussing is just the way it is here. And it is kind of funny, because you'll see a posh lady talking to her friends, and she'll drop an F-bomb here or there, so it is pretty funny. So that's the first thing that shocks people, is just how much cussing you do here when you come to Ireland.
I love that sign.
Which one?
What? The one that was just on the screen. That.
You may cuss a... Oh,
No, the sign.
Yeah, falling into the water.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but, I mean, from all the expats of Ireland I've met, yeah, they have very spicy sentences.
Yeah.
Dropping an F-bomb and an H-bomb and...
I feel like Tommy Tiernan summed it all up.
What's that?
Right? He was like, he's a man that doesn't understand his native tongue at all. And he's forced to speak English. And he's like, it just doesn't work. And, you know, if English is the wall, then fuck is his hammer and chisel. And that's what he uses to break through.
There you go. There you go.
I want this in our background.
I want that sign
somewhere up here. That's
right.
Awesome.
Flip the screen. That sign.
Yes.
That's what you want.
I want that.
Now, the second thing that's going to shock you when you come here, in terms of it's not the cussing that'll shock you, it's the sorries that'll shock you. How many times Irish people will say sorry? They'll bump into you, they'll look the wrong way at you, they'll do whatever. Sorry. How polite they are. And that's what's crazy, is you hear all the cussing, but it doesn't mean to be cussing in terms of being cussing. It's more just part of the kind of the verbiage here. And the thing is that sorry is another thing, is how often they do say sorry. And as a tourist, you need to realize you need to use your manners too. So you're saying your sorries and pleases and thank yous, but it is funny how much you hear sorry here, okay?
Now, I said this in the last Ireland video, the Walter's World one, and of this one person from Ireland that we found in Ocean City that was like really drunk and just like, sorry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so I believe it.
And I'll finish off with the people with this one, okay? The third thing that's going to shock you is how friendly the Irish are. Whether it's your waiter, your bartender, the people you meet on the street, the Irish are freaking awesome, okay? They're so fun, they're so friendly, they're very outgoing, and they want to help people when they're here. We were walking down the street in Kilkenny, and we're like, where should we go eat? And this guy walks by, he's like, you looking for a place to eat? Well, you got this place over here, you got this place over here, and here. What do you really want? I'm like, dude, you just walk by and want to be helpful? The people here in Ireland are awesome. That's why I love coming here, because every time I've come, I've met great Irish people, and that's what really makes it a wonderful place. Because yes, it's a gorgeous country, but the people are truly gorgeous inside, and that's what's so lovely about it. And so that's why I say it's the third thing that shocks you, is just how friendly they really are here. Now, the fourth thing is...
Now, that's awesome, man. You're walking down the street. I wish there was more of that here in America.
Spencer, I think there is, but down south.
Yeah,
down
where
south.
I am. Where I used to be, sorry.
Like, I feel like the hustle and bustle of metropolitan life, just there's no room for pleasantries.
No.
You know, no one has time for that.
Not anymore, which is sad.
Yep.
What's going to shock you when you come here is the natural beauty of Ireland. I mean, they call it the Emerald Isle because, yes, it is green all the time. It is gorgeous here. You're going to drive around this country and think, I got to stop here and take a picture. I've got to stop here and take a picture. The vistas of this country are gorgeous. And the thing is, there's so many natural beauty sites here. Driving the Ring of Kerry, going to the Cliffs of Moher and just looking in that and taking that in. My God, this is probably one of the most beautiful landscape countries you could ever imagine. And when they say the Emerald Isle, yes, it does rain a lot when it's here, but it doesn't rain all the time. There's a shocker for you. It doesn't rain every single day, every single minute here in Ireland. But the thing is, the natural beauty of this country is phenomenal. And that's why I always say is make sure you're driving when you're here so you can get off the beaten path to see some of these places, because not all the public transport goes everywhere. And I guess that kind of leads into the next thing.
That's a lot of natural beauty right there. It's a lot of, like, you know, sites, like a lot of...
Is, for our audience, is there a lot of, like, camping and hiking out there? Or is it, a lot of it is, or is a lot of it, like, privately owned, beautiful land? You know, because there's a difference. Like, over here, we have massive parks, like, set up. Like, national parks, we have so much campground. You can come here and visit and stay in a tent, whatever, cabin, however you want to. Over there, are there those things? Or is it like, since Ireland is so old, has all land been privately owned?
It's a good question.
You know, because here we still have massive tracts of land that are public.
Yeah.
That are just park.
Yeah.
You know. And
hopefully it'll stay that way for generations.
Hopefully.
Let's see.
Hopefully.
It'll shock you when you hear is they drive on the left side of the road. Yes, you probably know that because everywhere you go in Ireland, you come out of the airport in Dublin, there's huge signs saying, "We drive on the left here, you idiot tourists."
I love
and you
that.
get in your rental car and there's a big sign saying, "We drive on the left here." And then when you turn on your GPS thing, it'll say, "We drive on the left." And there'll be beepers going, "You need to drive on the left." It's like shocking how many times they reminded you and reminded you and reminded you. You'll see it when you leave the airport and signs, not just in the airport, but outside on the highway. And anytime it's by one of the big tourist places going on the motorway, there'll be another sign, "Hey, don't forget, drive on the left." And that's one of those things is you forget about when you come here, because the thing is, you really need to rent a car when you come to Ireland. The bus system goes pretty much everywhere, but it takes time and you're not as free. Also, the trains are kind of limited, but there are some. That's why really you got to rent that car and be ready to drive on the left. Also, another shocker, it's kind of hard to find automatic cars in the rental agencies. You might have to pay a significant upcharge to get an automatic, so make sure you're ready to drive stick, okay? Now,
I would totally pay for that upcharge.
Oh yeah?
Not to worry about it.
Not to do the whole stick shift thing?
Because if I'm worried about staying on the right side of the road, or sorry, the wrong side of the road, you know, I don't want to worry about shifting.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I don't have to think about while I'm thinking about everything else.
Yeah.
That's worth it.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Yeah. Like, when we do get over there.
Yeah.
Not if, when. We had embrace the suck Galactical Enterprises. We'll get an automatic vehicle.
Yes. Yeah. We will have that we will pay that upcharge.
Gladly.
Yeah.
Because we are going to be... It's going to be a life shock.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to react. Like, bro, we're on the wrong side of the road. Like, especially if we get a couple beers in us. That's going to be trippy.
Yeah, well, I hope that there's ride shares, or at least, like, if we are drinking, you know, we don't have to, we can walk to where we are.
Oh, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan, you know.
Because, I like, soberly, you can correct that.
Right.
At alcohol, you're going to want to go to the norm, which is drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. Yeah, what is considered the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah, and both, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, and I feel like I saw a few comments in the last few saying, like, you know, automatic cars are not as scarce as these videos are making it out to be. So I hope that's true.
I hope that's true, too, because, like I said, a manual doesn't scare me, but having to think about other things while shifting and worrying about everything, I don't need that. Once I'm familiar with an area, yeah, let's do manual. If it's cheaper, 100%. But first time, that's one less thing I want to worry about.
Oh, absolutely.
Is shifting.
Yeah. Screw that.
Yep.
Now, the next thing that's going to shock you is while you're driving. Look, the roads here are super tiny. Yes, a motorway is a motorway. It's nice and big. But the small back roads, when you're coming to like places like Blarney, or you're going out to the Dingle Peninsula or things like that, is you have these small winding roads. Or if you're going to stay at some beautiful Irish B&B that used to be a castle, now you get to stay in it. It is so gorgeous, but these roads are so tiny that sometimes you're freaking out because, one, you're driving on the left side of the road and there's this hedge that's right on the side of the road, or maybe a wall or something like that, and there's a semi coming the other way, and you're like, oh, I now understand why the Irish swear so much, because you start to swear like they do when you see how you're going to be driving you are here. So just have a heads up for that, and if you are driving, take your time. They have speed limits here, and you're wondering, how do people drive that fast on these back roads? It's the locals that do that. Tourists, you can slow it down a little bit, okay? If you're not comfortable, take your time, because I've seen a lot of tourists kind of freak out about the driving because they get shocked with the roads are so small. Also, with those roads so small things, realize sometimes you might need to pull over to the side to let another car pass, so just a heads up for that. Now, the seventh thing that's going to shock you when you come.
I will look into the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil.
For I am evil. For I am the evil. Do you guys... All right, so I don't drive a small truck.
You drive a big truck.
How would that go? Are there a lot of those over there? Because in all the stuff I'm seeing, it's never like... I don't see a lot of pickup trucks.
No.
Is that a very America thing?
Oh, yeah.
U.S. thing?
I mean, from what I've seen in the comments, yeah. That's totally an American thing. But could be wrong. Let us know. Let us know.
I mean, I know that there's no, like... For me, like, we have our pickup trucks, which is like a middle step to, like, the Econoline box trucks and vans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Over there is no middle. It's like you got your economic class of vehicle, and then there's no middle. It's just trucks.
Right.
So that's, and especially on these small roads, that's terrifying. I couldn't imagine that.
I bet.
The country roads, I take up both lanes.
Oh, yeah.
Here, and this is one thing that's changed in the years I've been here, is Irish food is actually pretty tasty. Look, when you come here, you're going to actually eat pretty well. I know it sounds silly because when we think of Irish food, you think potatoes with a side of potatoes. Yes, I'll have an Irish steak, which is just potatoes.
Now, when we flip the screen.
That's a proper fry-up.
That's a proper fry-up. That's the kind that I had at the Guinness factory.
That's
slightly different than in English.
Interesting how I like the black pudding and white pudding they have there.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you could get more of that. So,
I'm sure they would be accommodating. Yeah.
No, it's not like that anymore. The foodie revolution really came to Ireland like headstrong, like crazy. And there's a lot of great restaurants throughout the country. Even in the smaller cities, you can find fantastic places to eat. And the thing is, there's lots of really good food to have here. Yes, you want to have the lamb when you're here, but the seafood you can have when you're here, the shellfish and the salmon and things like that. Oh my God, the smoked salmon just on bread. The soda bread, oh my God, it's so good. The oatmeal in the morning, dude, the oatmeal in the morning is worth coming for just for that. Or you could have the full Irish breakfast. Oh my God, the sausages. The food is fantastic. And yes, you can have those traditional Irish stews with lamb or beef in it. You can have, your shepherd's pie. You can have your fish and these things. And you actually will eat really well. And I'll be honest, my 5 Love and Hates video I made about 10 years ago, food was not on the thing. But now it is, because it is really good. And what's cool is you can go to a restaurant or you can go to a pub and have a good meal. And that's why people are like, wow, Irish food is good? I'm like, yeah. But if you think about it, everywhere around the world, there's always an Irish pub, and people like to go drink in it and go eat something there. Makes total sense now to me, okay? And I guess that'll lead into the next thing that...
Yeah, of course. All the Irish pubs around Annapolis, they have some dank food.
Yeah.
They're really good. So,
it's
that makes
good.
sense.
Well, for me, it's like good bar food.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would ever get a fry up from one of our pubs, because I go to a pub, not to eat.
Right.
I go to drink.
To drink.
And the appetizers are always good.
Mm-hmm.
But
right. Then again, your food isn't really as much of a love language to you as it is to me.
No.
So no. I go for the food.
No,
that's
I
me.
get you.
Yeah.
I go for the food, not to die.
Yeah. I go the food to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that shocks people is the pub culture here in Ireland. Look, the pub is more than just a bar. The pub is where people go and talk and watch sports and drink beer and all kinds of stuff, and it is really fantastic to go. And the thing is, if you want to meet Irish people, you go there and they'll talk to you, and you'll meet new people that'll share the information, tell you where to go, what you should drink, all these kind of things, and you'll get really, really good information. But the thing is, if you go to Irish pubs or pubs in Ireland, a lot of them will have live music on the weekends. Some will have it in the more touristy areas and bigger cities. They might have it during the week as well. And there's nothing like sitting in an Irish pub where there's some guy sitting on a chair playing guitar, singing old Irish songs, or playing other instruments, or a band up there. And that's the thing, is the pubs and the music culture here is just really awesome to just take in. I mean, you can hear the music behind me with the bagpipe guy, but it is really kind of a cool thing here, is that pub and music culture. And I guess that'll lead into the ninth thing.
That is like right up my alley. What about you?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
live music enhances anything.
Those who've been following this channel a while know that we both are suckers for live music.
Yep.
So that's like right up our alley.
Yep. I'm there for just that. I would go just for that. The castles,
The cat.
you know.
Yep.
But
yep.
live music and a good like a pub life, yeah, I'm there for it.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
It's going to shock you when you come here is how good Guinness is in Ireland. Look, Guinness, when you drink it anywhere else in the world, tastes fine. But when you come here, it's like a totally different drink. It is so good. It's the same thing. If you like Smithwick's beer, the red beer, oh my God, you have it here versus in a bottle at home. It's like, this isn't the same beer. This is like heaven in my mouth. It's so good. Murphy's, oh my God. Beamish, oh, and whiskey, oh my God. Well, whiskey's great everywhere, but man, here, man, drinking Guinness here, or drinking Murphy's, drinking Smithwick's, or whatever here in Ireland versus back home or in some other country, it will shock you the difference in the taste and how much you really fall in love with it when you are here. Now, the 10th thing that's going to...
Now, y'all know that I did the vlog video, linked right up there, of the Guinness factory in Baltimore. And I will say, the Guinness did taste a little bit better.
Well, I mean, you're right near the source.
Right. The one in brewed in America.
Yeah. Especially the one brewed in Maryland.
Yeah.
For Maryland.
The Baltimore Blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I can only imagine that's tenfold when you go there to get the original.
Yeah, the original recipe.
Yeah.
Alongside Smithwick's and all the other whiskeys and all that.
I do enjoy Smithwick's. I always call it Smithwick's, but the red beer.
Yeah,
like,
red beer.
I love that. That's one of my go-tos too. If I wanted something like heavier than a light beer.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
Yep.
to shock you when you come here are the number of castle ruins. Like this castle here, Blarney Castle, it's just ruins inside. When you go in there, there's nothing in the rooms. It's just a castle ruins. And you walk through that and you'll see that throughout the country going, wow, all these 500, 600, 700, 800-year-old castle ruins that are here. But it's not just that. There's Neolithic ruins as well here. I mean, you have, prehistory man has stuff here to see. And you're like, wow, these things were being built when the pyramids were being built. And that's what's so cool. When you drive around Ireland and you take your own car, you can see that castle there. You can go to the Rock of Cashel and go there and see that. I know I say it wrong, but it's just such a cool place. I had to put a picture up for it, where you can go and see all these things. It's really amazing how many of these ruins are out there, but also how many castles you can go see and things like that. So that's why I say is make sure you get a car. And the thing is, if you're looking at getting those cars, you can kind of put things together. You can see the castles, then go see nature. I mean, if we want to think about something in Northern Ireland worth driving up to see, but that's more of a natural beauty thing, is going to see Giant's Causeway. It is phenomenal, and it's really worth to go up there. If you're going to be traveling in the northern part of Ireland, go up there and see that, okay? And I guess I'll throw in another shock for you is how cheap it is to actually get to Ireland. There's a reason why tons and tons of tourists come here, aside from the beautiful nature, cool castles, and super nice people, and great alcohol, and pretty good food. I mean, aside from that, it's super cheap to get here. Whether you're flying from Europe or the US, this is one of the cheapest places to come in terms of flights. For example, I flew here for $500 from Chicago. If I wanted to go to Paris at the exact same time, it was $1,200. You have really great prices when you're here. Also, you have really cheap airlines like Ryanair that go all over Europe, so you could fly into here if you're in Europe for next to nothing. And that's what's so cool about it. It is really cheap to get here, like shockingly cheap. And that's why when people are looking for an affordable place to go in Europe, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on your plane ticket, I mean, you think about it. You get a $500 or $600 plane ticket to Ireland, and you're saving $500 versus going to like Germany. Well, that gives you a few nights in hotels and some food and stuff like that, and that helps your money go a lot farther. So that's one of the cool things that are here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very informative video.
As always,
Yeah.
you know.
Walter, you did great again. 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
That last part about, you know, flying into Ireland for cheap. I just visited North Carolina, talked to my nana who has been to Ireland, and says it's really cheap to go direct flight there. More cheaper than any other European country like Germany. So I guess that's our strategy for when we do go over to Ireland and then to the United Kingdom or Great Britain. I'm gonna piss somebody off, but
Yeah, always.
we're gonna fly in, do Ireland first, and then hop the ferry over to the other island, and then do our stuff there, go back to Ireland, fly out from there.
Yep. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
You know.
If we're wrong
It's
about
just-
that, let us know.
It's just crazy. You know, it's just, to me, I feel like it'd be more beneficial to go there. Well, it's not that long of a plane trip.
No, not at all.
It really can't be. Yeah, it's very doable.
Yeah,
Very accessible.
I agree.
You know, it's not like we're flying from Texas.
No,
You know,
no.
we're at the ocean
Yeah,
that separates us.
Yeah, we're already
Yeah, we don't have to fly across any land.
exactly. So can't be that expensive.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Well, we'll find out
Yeah.
soon enough.
I think this is our destination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One of them.
One of them. One
Yeah.
of the many.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, because if we go over there, we got to do it all.
yeah,
we can't just pick and choose. We got to do it all.
Yeah, we got friends on both islands, so
Yep.
we got to visit.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell, and sharing with your friends.
Definitely, guys.
Wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
And unplug and do something epic.
See you next time.
Later.